What's up, everybody? Benji Bruce here, and I want to ask you a question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Today, I'm actually going to go over, I'm basically writing new content. So here's what I'm doing. I'm inside of Asana. I use Asana all the time for my workflow, pretty much. So what I do is I have several different things in terms of like content ideas and all that working on and all sorts of stuff. The working on is a thing that I'm going to be working on today. So right now I got like your workflow. So how do you do your workflow and what do you do about competition in your field? You pimp slap them. That's what you do. The number one marketing advice I give to people. So these are all the videos that I'm going to create. I'm not going to create them today, but what I'm going to do today is, let's say inside of your workflow here, I'm just going to write some bullet points. So like you see, I got like little bullet points and stuff. So I just go inside and I just write some bullet points, usually on the computer. I'm not doing it on my phone, but I just write up some bullet points and I say, all right, your workflow, here's what I need to talk about in the video. Bam, bam, bam. Actually, before I work on this, I completely forgot to schedule the email for the list. So I got to actually write an email real quick and then send it out to the list. So the email that I'm sending out right now, I'm basically going inside of our group, and I took screenshots of some of these members inside the group, mostly like one member actually, because this one member, he's been posting the work that he's doing. He's like, hey, sent out these emails and got these gigs booked and things like that. And so I just took a screenshot, and I'm basically gonna tell people in the email like, hey man, keep up. Where's your work ethic? You guys got to keep up with them. So that's what the email today is gonna be about. So that's what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm just taking out like his name, so I'm just like marking it off so people can't see his last name, because I don't want people just contacting my members or anything. So I'm just marking it off so people can't see the last names. So this first video that I'm working on is going to be about your workflow. Now the workflow, hands down, I think is one of the most important things in terms of productivity, because the easier you make things, the more likely you're gonna actually do it. And so little things with the workflow, like how I have the echo set up for these lights, how you can see the light. Let me twist this way so you can see this light as well. So I have the Amazon plug set up to where I can just say, Alexa, turn the video light off. Oh, whoops. I'm thinking. Alexa, turn the video light on. And so it's like I have it set up so it's like little things like that to where I don't have to get up, go turn on that light and then turn on this one, because when you're actually working on something, you want to get into the zone, like you want to get into your own flow. So little things like me getting up to turn on that light and then getting back just to record something and then getting back over there. It's like little things like that. It takes me out of my flow. So you want to work on things like that just to get your workflow on point. So I've officially finished this workflow video, the bullet points. Here, let me show you. So I've officially finished this. Now I'm simply just kind of talking a little bit. This is what it looks like in terms of what I'll be able to see when I'm recording the video. So that's officially done. Now, before I actually get going with all the rest of the videos that I want to work on today, I'm going to go work out, because, you know, you just got to keep them muscles in shape. And, you know, the ladies are like, damn, look at him. And so I'm going to go do that real quick. I really think it's important to work out in general, just because all the oxygen to your brain, it keeps your energy up throughout the day. It's why I do boxing in the morning, because you get all the oxygen to the brain, and so you're ready to go. So right now I'm about to grill some food, and the reason why I like grilling is because while I grill, I can actually work on stuff. So I'm waiting for the grill to heat up, and even when I throw the food on there, I'm essentially just waiting. So while I wait, I can go back into Asana and start working on the videos that I need to make. Next video, I'm gonna be talking about competition, because yesterday I was having dinner with all these entertainers, and one of the entertainers, he was talking about competition. And so he was saying like, he's like, okay, I charge the $500, but then this guy, he'll undercut me for $250, and then he'll get the gigs and things like that. And so I was telling him what I did to be able to charge like $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 for gigs. And I said like, hey, don't worry about competition. Like these guys, think of these guys as scrubs. In fact, don't think of them at all because they're not on the same level. And so that's essentially what I'm talking about in terms of the competition. A lot of people, they look at people who are on the same level as them or a little bit lower or like basically in a similar level. What I did is when I was charging $200, $500, I didn't look at other people who were charging the same amount. I looked at people who were charging $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. I looked at people who were way above me to figure out what it is they were doing so I could duplicate that. So what I always try to do when I'm writing these notes for the videos is I always try to shorten the words. So once I'm done with the bullet points, now at this point I like try to remove words because what I do is I'm recording a video, so I'm looking here and I have my laptop in front of me when I'm recording the videos, and I want to glance at the laptop real quick and then I want to look back at the camera. What I don't want to do is I don't want to go like this. I don't want to go and then look back. I don't want to read this whole sentence and then look back. So what I do is, like, for example, this sentence, it says, study people better than you, not in the same category as you, or not people in the same category as you. And so I took out the word people. Study better than you, not same category. And so I'm removing words, and sometimes the sentence doesn't make sense or whatever, but I get the point of what I'm trying to say. So I look, I see study better than, in fact, that's what I'll probably do. Study better than, not same. And I'll just do something like that. So I immediately know, I glance, study better than, not same, bam, I got it. And then I go off and I do my thing. I do my thing on camera. So this video that I'm working on, I'm talking about the #1 advice that I give people. And I'm struggling with extending it because the #1 advice is just one piece of advice. It's really simple. And so whenever I struggle with extending the video, like I want a video to be at least 5 minutes, I think in terms of what stories can I tell to prove the point. So that's what I do all the time. That's what I'm thinking of right now in terms of what story can I tell to prove the point, or multiple stories, because the advice is really simple. The advice is basically Nike's slogan, just do it. That is literally the #1 advice I give people, because I see a lot of people, they want to do something, build a personal brand or whatever it is, and they just don't do it. Like they're trying to think their way all the way to the end, and they don't do step #1. So I got to a point where instead of me just, damn, my arm is getting tired here. So I got to a point where I stopped telling people all this strategy. I stopped telling people, oh, do this and this and this and this. At this point, I just say, here's the first thing you want to do. Like if people want to build a personal brand, okay, first thing, do this. If speakers want to get on stages, first thing, do this. And then I kind of wait and see, are they going to do it? Because most people, they just don't do it. So the other thing that I do when I'm struggling with like extending a video is I tend to come outside here on the balcony and record the video. And so I'm usually using my phone when I do this. I usually don't use this in general. So I come out and I'm just using my phone. I'm just recording because it's just one of those where I'm like, well, I can make a short video for this. There's nothing wrong with making a 2-3 minute video instead of a 5, 10, 20 minute video. So this is usually, if you see me on a balcony, it's usually because I'm making a quick video. So I am basically finishing up for the day. And here's the thing, I've been doing the same thing all day, every day right now, and just getting these new videos prepared. And when you are marketing yourself, when you're building a business, to be honest, a lot of tasks are going to be repetitive. Like you got to do them day in, day out. Like I remember when I was just doing the entertainment, I'm cold emailing all day, every day. With the content stuff, it's like you're doing the same stuff just in a repetitive way. And so what's going to happen is you may get bored doing it, and you just have to not get bored. Now, that sounds kind of dumb, but you have to not get bored by feeling like you're on a mission. And so you create this mission inside of your brain, so when you do a repetitive task, you're much more willing to do it just because you're like, hey, I have to do this. I have to get this done. You become obsessed, and then you don't get bored doing repetitive tasks. So I'm going to finish up a couple things, and then I'm good to go for the day.